In the quiet town of Willow Creek, Ohio, a beloved nurse disappears overnight. Her car is at home. Her purse is inside. Her door is locked. But Emily Carter is gone. At first, investigators suspect a random act of violence. But as they dig deeper, a web of secrets unravels, leading to a suspect no one in town could have imagined. This is the story of Emily Carter, the nurse whose disappearance shattered an entire community. Emily Carter was 29 years old. In Willow Creek, population just under 8,000, everyone knew her. At the clinic where she worked, patients trusted her with their lives. She sat with elderly patients long after her shift ended, dropped off groceries for neighbors, and even volunteered at the church on weekends. Emily was that person, dependable, kind, and always smiling. In a town where gossip traveled fast, Emily was one of the few people nobody had a bad word to say about. But sometimes, the people who seem to have the brightest light also attract the darkest shadows. On October 12, 2017, Emily didn't show up for her morning shift. At first, her co-workers thought she was sick. But after hours passed with no word, worry spread like wildfire. When police went to her home, they found her car neatly parked in the driveway. Inside the house, her purse and keys were sitting on the counter. Her bed was made. There were no signs of forced entry. It was as if Emily had simply vanished into thin air. In Willow Creek, where crime was nearly unheard of, panic set in quickly. Detectives first believed this was a random abduction. Maybe Emily had been attacked during her early morning jog. Maybe a stranger followed her home. Neighbors were interviewed. Surveillance cameras from local shops were checked. Tips poured in. Sightings of a suspicious truck, a man loitering near the clinic, even rumors of a drifter passing through town. But every lead fizzled out. And with each passing day, the small community grew more desperate for answers. Then came the first crack in Emily's perfect image. Friends admitted Emily had recently ended a relationship with her boyfriend, a mechanic known for his temper. He had been seen arguing with her outside a diner just weeks before. Her landlord revealed Emily had requested to have her locks changed. And co-workers recalled Emily complaining about strange, anonymous calls at work. She would answer, listen for a moment, then quietly hang up. When pressed, she brushed it off. Who was calling her? Why had she wanted her locks changed? Detectives realized Emily might not have been as safe and happy as everyone believed. The real breakthrough came from Emily's phone. In the weeks before her disappearance, she had been exchanging frequent messages with someone saved only as Ah. At first, investigators thought Ah might be a secret boyfriend, maybe someone she was meeting in secret. But none of her friends, family, or co-workers had ever heard of him. So, who was Ah? The search for Ah led detectives not outside Willow Creek, but right back inside it. Ah was Robert Hayes, a fellow nurse at the clinic. Robert was quiet, polite, and well-liked. Patients remembered him as attentive. Co-workers described him as reserved. But beneath that calm surface, Robert harbored an obsession. He had developed deep feelings for Emily, feelings she did not return. When Emily rejected him, his quiet demeanor darkened into something dangerous. The text messages revealed his escalating frustration. What started as friendly banter turned into subtle threats, disguised as concern. And on the night Emily vanished, the last messages she sent were to him. Detectives brought Robert in for questioning. At first, he denied everything. He claimed he hadn't seen Emily that night. But inconsistencies piled up. Security footage placed his car near Emily's neighborhood. His alibi fell apart under scrutiny. Finally, faced with mounting evidence, Robert broke. He confessed. On the night of October 11th, he lured Emily away under the pretense of needing help. Fueled by jealousy and rejection, he snapped. The community's worst fears were confirmed. Emily hadn't been taken by a stranger. She had been betrayed by someone she trusted. The revelation sent shockwaves through Willow Creek. This wasn't a story of a random act of violence. It wasn't a stranger lurking in the dark. It was betrayal in the most personal way possible, from a colleague, a neighbor, a man everyone thought they knew. Emily's loss changed Willow Creek forever. Neighbors who never locked their doors started installing cameras. Patients at the clinic looked at staff differently. The innocence of a small town had been shattered. The case of Emily Carter is a haunting reminder that evil doesn't always come from the shadows. Sometimes, It hides in plain sight, behind the face of someone we trust.